I hope you heard this first reading, something which has a beautiful treasure for us to measure our life in this world, because we are like earthen vessels and we are asked to belong to God. This earthen vessel ourselves, we are in a way affected by so many things in life. This earthen vessel, even though we say God is the potter of my life, He has chiseled me and made me, but we know that this is ultimately a human weakling, and we are attracted to so many things in life. And so Paul also, when he writes to the Corinthians, he said, we are driven in despair. We go through so much of tension. We are confused. We do not know whether I am really following God or just Jesus looking at me and telling, yes, you are my child. Sometimes we are totally forsaken, even though we do so many things for people, for God, and for our spiritual life. We are sometimes struck down. This earthen vessel is struck down, and we feel so terrible. Not to that part, but also to the extent of being destroyed. That we get destroyed because we are followers of Christ. And this is one reason why Jesus looks at you going through all this as an earthenware and a vessel. And He knows you are carrying His body, His crucified, resurrected body in you. That is the ultimate. So, when I speak about Jesus' crucifixion, Jesus' resurrection, put into your vessel, put into your earthen vessel, I'm sure this will give us great consolation. Oh, Jesus' suffering is in me. Oh, Jesus' resurrection is in me. Then I am worthy of it. I am very worthy of it because I am carrying His body so that the life of Christ can manifest in my body. That is an apostle. That is a true disciple. So, the life of Jesus is also manifested in our bodies, and we see that His life is at work in us. And we do so many things, and that is why we see the apostles all doing great works. And today when we celebrate this great feast of St. James, he has been a very great apostle because he worked very sincerely and wanted to become a person who can reach out. But sad that he was the first apostle to be beheaded. Among all the 12, James was the first to be crucified. James was the first to be persecuted, and his head was beheaded by Agrippa the first. And we know that how it must have been for the mother of James. You know, she had so much of ambition, desire. Let my 2 sons be on the left and on the right. And that is an earthen vessel desire. But I'm sure she must have felt so terrible for her son to be the first one to be beheaded. The ambition which she had must be totally shattered. I don't know why my sons have followed Jesus Christ. But both of them are very powerful fellows, because John is a very qualified man, apostle, and James is also a well-qualified apostle for Christ. But we see that he has done his duty. The ambition must have been the mother's ambition, not James and John's ambition. Normally a mother will always desire, why can't you keep him close to you? Why can't you give a prominent place for your kind of recommendation? She comes with this recommendation for her own sons. And I am happy that she had that dream of Jesus in heaven, and they both seated at the right and the left. So beautiful a dream of a mother. Even though it must have been a simple thought, it can be even a passing thought. Let me ask and see what is going to happen, if Jesus is going to give a nice answer or not. But when he says, will they drink the cup I am going to drink? And when Jesus says this, will they drink the cup that I am going to drink? These two fellows, yes, I will drink, I am ready to drink. And so you see what happened to James was, he was the first one to drink that cup of suffering, but for the glory of God. And that is how Jesus wants to tell you that you will be great provided you become a servant and a slave for him. You will become totally important in the kingdom of God. And therefore, St. James, who lived his life, even though it was short, made it meaningful, and he was a worthy earthen vessel, and that is how he is known as a powerful helper and protector of all those who come to pray to him and intercede, pray and ask his intercession. Today, as we celebrate his feast, let us also acknowledge that he, being the patron of all rheumatism pain, many of us do have rheumatic pains, rheumatism, not romantic pain, rheumatic pain. Okay? He is a patron for rheumatism, and you can pray and you can ask him, and I'm sure he will do it, because he is a great ambitious saint. And today we ask God to bless us so that we may also become like James and like Christopher, to be a Christ bearer.